and happy St. Patrick's Day with a live audience here in the stations of National Dream Center. Whoops. Uh-oh. You saw my hat, and what you don't see is the kilt below and festivities to follow after this. But first, we have a CIRF report. And this one's amazing because the DreamBot says it all. We're going to go from start to finish. I'm going to show the astrology, but the DreamBot really just says it all because it's got the influence and it's got the solution all bundled up in one. The red arrows are about like transporting and helping. Okay, you got the bus and past and person. I don't want to read all of those, but it's pretty much helpful. And it's about transportation. And with transportation, especially with the bus, it's kind of like we're transporting other people. So you're helping other people. Alternatively, the blue arrows are quite the opposite. It's like enforcing and police and guns, and it's very negative in nature. And so, we got police enforcing negative as the meme. All right, makes sense. Simple as that. Let's go on to the astrology. Now, this slide shows tomorrow, which is Monday, the 18th. However, I want to show you something for those of you who are watching tonight, early on. Well, anyway, shortly after I produce this video, if you're seeing this now, on the night of this St. Patrick's Day, Mercury is going to square Mars at around 10:42 Central Time, or 10:25 p.m. tonight. And what that's going to do is kind of rush your thinking and be more impulsive and maybe short-tempered, aggressive. Maybe you jump to conclusions, okay? But that really doesn't show up in the DreamBot run. And I don't think it showed up the last couple nights either. So what we are looking at is tomorrow, the 18th, Monday, early in the morning, and this time is wrong. It's actually like 4:24 a.m. I just didn't change that from the last one. There's an opposition between the moon and Venus as the moon gets closer to the North Node. So North Node being kind of your future and where you're headed, and you've got those concerns on your mind. At the same time, we've got concerns about relationships. And with the opposition, it's not really, good or bad per se, but it is what it is, but it's going to be concerned with not getting enough, or moodiness, or attachment, and needing strong bonds, and maybe you're not getting fulfilled your attachment needs, and therefore some people might resort to addictions to fulfill those. Keep in mind that the moon, this is where it is right now as we speak, but the opposition is not happening until the moon's more over into Leo. All right, so that's that day, and that's about helping relationships. Okay, next we have a kind of a duo with the moon. We've got an opposition to Neptune, and we also have a trine to Saturn. Now, the reason why I'm including the Saturn aspect, keep in mind this doesn't happen until the 20th, really early in the morning. The reason why I'm including it is because this is the aspect that is talked about in the DreamBot, which is very police oriented. It's very should and kind of pessimistic, but it is a trine, so it's going to be harmonious. And you're going to have the patience and strength to handle difficult relationship issues, and traditional values are going to solve your new problem sets in your life. Okay, so be looking at those, and that's going to be early in the morning on Wednesday. Of course, this slide is about Tuesday, so we do need to be honoring the moon opposition to Neptune, which is an increased emotional sensitivity. What does that sound like? Increased emotional sensitivity? That sounds like Cancer. Hint, hint. Now, let's look at the solution now that we have all this kind of stuff here. ironed out as far as astrology goes, but look at where the moon is in tropical Cancer as it heads into sidereal Cancer. And so on Tuesday, all through most of Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be in tropical Cancer. And so we're looking at, the answer is to be the helpful crab. Does that sound like an oxymoron? In other words, being your best, people, in the next 2 days is about being emotionally connected and nurturing to other people. That's how you're going to get your best karma. Now here's, I'm going to swing this all the way around back to the DreamBot run here as we head into interventions post for tomorrow. And that is, do bring forth loving, spontaneous, protective energy. That is the Cancer crab. But don't get moody, crabby, suspicious, and pessimistic. This is exactly what the DreamBot was focusing on, and I didn't quiet my phone, sorry. Initially was kind of like that policeman. So if you've got Cancer and you get into kind of that negative mindset, you kind of get into, suspiciousness and, getting irritated easy and kind of policing everybody else and nagging everyone else. So don't fall into that trap, right? I'm not sure why that sand, it didn't look green until now, so I'm sorry. And then on Tuesday, we have health and wellness coach Katie Hall going to be in a live intervention radio show. We're going to pick apart her knowledge of all sorts of health and wellness things for inner peace. So do not miss that. That's at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, Intervention. So look that up and make sure you subscribe over there so that you get notified of these live shows. Any questions from the crowd? And it's a big no. We'll see you on the next show, on the next CIRF Report, Tuesday evening. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.